All right, welcome to another Whiteboard Wednesday. This is Brent Attaway with 10x Marketing. I'm going to be going over the amazing marketing calendar. Now you can see right here I've got the amazing Spider-Man. If you know anything about me, I am a superhero nut, and I love Spider-Man as my favorite superhero. Definitely Spider-Man is my favorite, although I like lots of the different superheroes. So, with that said, we're going to kind of nerd out, geek out here with superhero verbiage today. I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing marketing calendar and what every high-paid consultant, speaker, and coach should be doing in their marketing calendar and automating in their marketing funnel so that they can see the full picture of their year and exactly what's going to happen in their marketing calendar for that year. And I'm also going to show you why I chose to do some kind of fun superhero theme today, and show you why it's so important for the first 30 to 45 days for each one of your prospects to go through what much like a superhero goes through when they're becoming a superhero. And I'm telling you, you want every one of your clients or prospects as they become clients to feel like a superhero in the making when they come into your marketing funnel, right? So this is how you do it. It's with the amazing marketing calendar, and every business should have this. Let's get started. I'm going to map this out and show you exactly the step-by-step to create your own marketing calendar with an automated marketing funnel and how that should flow for you. All right? So let's get this going. Let me put Mr. Spider-Man away, and let's get the board drawn out. I'm going to actually draw a marketing calendar out for you so you can see the exact process that I always go through to make sure each one of my clients have their marketing calendar in place as well. And we're going to do this in a quarterly fashion. And so let's see how well I can draw a marketing calendar. I'm just looking at the screen here at the same time. There we go. And there we go. All right. So we've got 4 quarters. Quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go through each one of these. So again, if we're looking at this, this is January. It's a little bit off screen here. Let me move this down. We got January, you got February, and you got March. Okay? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay? I know this sounds simple, but if you're anything like my clients before they become a client, this is the first time they're mapping out a marketing calendar. In fact, usually what we do is we map out a month and say, this is what we're going to do next month, and somehow we're going to get a bunch of sales here. And the most advanced I've ever seen is a quarter mapped out. Actually, no, that's not true. I've had a client that's had 6 months mapped out, but not 12 months, and not a full marketing strategy that goes with it. Understanding which campaigns come first, which ones to run together, which ones that will flow throughout a year. This is very important. You ready? So here we go. I'm going to help you map out each one, and I'm going to show you which campaigns to run. Now, the first question I always get, and I've always asked myself as well, is I was like, well, when I get a new lead, I don't want them just to fall into my marketing calendar. I have certain campaigns that I really want them to go through before they just go into my typical marketing calendar. And that is the correct way of thinking if you're thinking like that. And here's what I mean. Just like Mr. Spider-Man here goes through, when every superhero has here's the geek out part, every superhero has their adventure they go through. And the adventure meaning the process of becoming a superhero. And they go through steps. And so if you have a client, what this has to do with you and your client is, pretend this is your client. Well, your client, before they become this super amazing client of yours and have this awesome business or whatever you're teaching them, an awesome body, awesome whatever, that you're teaching them, whatever you're coaching them through or consulting them through or speaking about, and you want them to have this experience, this superhero experience, well, they go through a process much like a superhero does. The first step a superhero goes through, by the way, is called the call to adventure. Okay? So I'm just laughing here as I go through this because this is so corny, but it works great. I want you to think of your prospects going through and the call to adventure. Now, I'm going to go through as if we're starting your year right now in January. Whenever you're watching this, this probably isn't, I mean, this may not be in January, okay? So just pretend whenever you're watching this, your fiscal year, whenever you're starting this or whenever you're going to map out the rest of your 12 months. But let's say you're starting in January, you're mapping this out. Well, every client, whether it's in January or December, it doesn't matter which month they land in, they go through their call to adventure with your marketing funnel. Your marketing funnel should be anywhere from, and again, it doesn't have to be in January. I'm just going to pretend like someone opted in or said, yes, I'm interested in something you have to give me here. This is your initial collect the lead. Happened to happen in January. It does not have to happen in January, okay? This is the first 30, maybe 45 days in their call to adventure. That's what the call to adventure is, okay? So now what I'm going to show you is how to map out their first 30 to 45 days, and then how to create your calendar for a prospect that does not buy in that first 30 to 45 days. What should happen throughout the year for that one prospect and any others go through this 12-month experience with you, okay? Sound good? All right, follow along here, and I'm going to be super quick. And at the end of this, I would like my goal for you to be is where you map out your own calendar and get things in place. So the first thing I always do is plan out these 30 to 45 days. Here's how I would do it. I would first say, map out my actual marketing funnel. This is the initial marketing funnel we build for every client when they become a client. We build in their initial funnel, and that's this call to adventure process. So I'm going to help you map out the real campaigns. There's 4 to 5 campaigns I would run in about a 30 to 45 day period, and that would become your initial marketing funnel, okay? So here we go. And I'm just going to make this up as I go. Let's say we're doing this for, the good old nutrition and fitness weight loss arena. So if I'm doing this and the first client comes in, I would have an opt-in campaign first. So opt-in campaign or new lead campaign, but I'm just going to say new opt-in, okay? They opt in. This is like a free cheat sheet, and others I've taught these in at least some of them on Whiteboard Wednesdays if you want to go look back on how to build these. But they first opt in. Once they opt in for your free cheat sheet on the 5 ways to make an awesome meal plan and workout plan that will help you lose weight in 21 days or less, or whatever it is, right? That's their opt-in. That's your first campaign they'd go through. This is just like a 3 to 5 day process that you go through on both giving it to them and following up with them, making sure they use it. But you're following up with them to get them to the next campaign, which is, we'll call a video series, okay? Video series. And this is like, a bunch of videos that could be simulated as a live launch or an evergreen launch or something like that, where you're launching and selling and offering a strategy session, you're consulting, you're coaching, whatever it is, or coming to an event of yours, whatever you're marketing here. They opt in for a cheat sheet, then they come into your video series. And they come into the video series. Well, a video series, typically between this and this, they go through 3 to 5 days here. Well, then a video series takes about 5 to 7 days for a prospect to go through, okay? So now we've got a full, over almost 2 weeks here of marketing automatically. This is for a new lead that comes into your funnel. This is what they all go through no matter what month they came in. So this will happen even if it happened in August or July or whenever, right? So we're just pretending January. Opt-in, video series. Then what they would do, this is the first, what did I say, about a week, almost 2 weeks. So we're still in January in this case. And so what I would do next is run, and now follow me here, that even though I'm going over the lines, I'm still in January. What I would run next and bolt on to the end of this would say, okay, well, they didn't buy yet. I'm going to now do my automated webinar. Okay, this is webinar. And that will take about 7 to 10 days, I would say. That's between the time they register on your registration page, etc. They attend the webinar and you follow up to get them to take the call to action. Remember, each one of these rectangles actually represent lots of functions. This is a campaign, right? Campaign, campaign, campaign. We've got 3 campaigns now. So now we're up to what? At most 17, 22 days. Okay? So we're up to 22 days. We're still in the first 30 days in a month. So we need to run another campaign in this whole adventure for the client. And the next thing I would run actually would be some kind of, you can say video. I'm going to give you a couple options. I would run maybe another video series on a different topic. This would be in the weight loss or nutrition. This video series would be all about how to lose your first 10 pounds. This video series could be all about how to enhance your nutrition, and if I'm teaching about vegan or clean eating, then maybe this is specific to clean eating in this video series, because you're trying to hit a different nerve in your prospect's mind to say, well, if you're not interested in this, are you interested in this? Okay, so opt-in, video series, webinar, video series. Again, video series, 5 to 7 days. Now we're about at 30 days. Okay, so that is the first adventure that I would always have a client go through, no matter when they came in to the marketing funnel, whenever they opted in throughout the year, no matter what, they would go through this series of things. By the way, if you wanted to take it another step further, to give a new, we've gone through some video series, we've given them a webinar. Another media you could have them go through is a Teleclass series, or Teleclass series, which is like a video series, except they just have to get on the phone now. Which in the weight loss world, I found out very clearly that women, much easier to get them on a teleclass than a webinar. Because a webinar, they got to sit down, log in, and so on. And I don't mean anything against women that they don't get on webinars. I'm saying that it's easier for them with everything going on average in the weight loss world. They usually have kids that we're targeting, at least in my other business. We target women who have children, who are into fitness and so on. So they're busy. So a teleclass is a lot easier for them to jump on. So I'll throw that in there as well. Now, that would be another 5 to 7 days, just like the video series. So now we've got a total of about 6 days here? Yeah, about that. So if that's the case, we took them through a 36-day adventure here. Remember, just like a superhero, you have your call to adventure. That's the first thing you want them to go through in any marketing calendar. Okay, you should have, this would be called traditionally a marketing funnel. They would come through like this. Okay, and now this assumes they didn't buy anything or take anything yet, right? We're going through this trying to get them to take action. Majority of your clients will not take action, or prospects, I should say. Now, what's next in planning out an entire marketing calendar? We got the first call to adventure. What's next? Well, the next step is mapping out your quarterly promos. This is the way I do it, at least. So you got your quarterly promos. Quarterly, see, remember we got 4 quarters here? Well, when are you going to run your first promo this quarter? Well, I'm going to say, well, I'm in February, I'm going to run, and by the way, the easiest way to plan a promo is plan it around the holidays or times of year that are your peak seasons or your low seasons, where you want to up sales either way. Of course, it's to increase sales, but it's easy for people. It's the peak time for people to be thinking about your product or service. Okay, so Valentine's Day is a great one for weight loss. So I'd put that here. So I'd say promo 1. And by the way, a promo, usually I run as a flash sale. That's a flash sale campaign, and you build a campaign that's basically a flash sale over maybe 3 even to 10 days or 2 weeks or whatever, that you're doing a sale on a certain service or offer that you're doing to get them to buy. Okay, so that's a flash sale. That flash sale I would run during February. What's another good one? Well, in the weight loss world, in this quarter, I would probably run it between April and May. And just to keep it consistent, I'm going to run it in May. So I'm going to do another promo flash sale. This one I would call it, swimsuit ready maybe. This is our swimsuit ready. This one up here is something to do with Valentine's Day, V-Day. Okay, so The next one, let's say in August and September, what's a great promo to run in the weight loss world? Back to school, baby. So back to school in the US at least is always August, September. And the reason why back to school for these types of clients is because the kids are back in school. They've been out of school the whole summer, and now the mom gets to focus on themselves again, right? So September, I usually run this one. And so I'm going to say promo, flash sale, back to school, okay? All right, that's 3/4 worth. I might do another one here. Of course, the holidays are a great way to do it. So I'm actually gonna run this one in December, promo, flash sale. By the way, it does not have to be a flash sale. I'm just giving an example as a flash sale here. And this one is a combination. You can say, get ready for the new year, mixed with either or a holiday one, right? So that's how I would plan. That's the second step. Let's change colors here to get all dynamic together. So that is our quarterly promo. The next thing, after you've got your call to adventure, your quarterly promos in place, the next thing I would do is map out your, what would I call this? Your live events. Or like if you hold any live events, that's the first thing you should be planning in your year is when you're going to hold them, right? So if you're not holding live events, I would highly advise, if at least you're a coach or consultant, and of course as a speaker, you should be holding your own live events, okay? So let's make sure that you have that in place. Well, when are you going to hold your live events? Okay, well, and for sure January, I want to hold a live event for my weight loss company, so I'll just say live, okay? This is our live event. January, probably end of January is best because everyone's past the New Year's hype and now they actually want help from a coach on their body, and they'll come to a live event, and then at that live event we'd be pitching something. So I need a live event campaign that runs automatically, to a registration page and goes through. This is live, so they would be coming to this event, okay? So I need to start running that. This means, oh, okay, cool. If I'm having a live event here, I need to start promoting it at least, at latest in November, and then December, and then in January, they're coming, right? So now I know, because I'm holding a live, I'm promoting here. Okay, well, when am I holding my next one? Well, let's see. Similar to this, I would actually love to, I'm going to do a quarterly event. I'm just going to go straight down this side. So I'm going to just say live event here. This is a great one to get swimsuit ready as well. April is the springtime when people start thinking about their body again. They're going to have to be, out in the public, if you will, more. And then I'm going to just do it to make the ease of planning with you right now. I'm going to do all my live events right down the side on these quarters, April, July, and October. There's my live events. Each one of these live events can be the exact same event. In fact, I would advise that if you're doing a quarterly event, these are like your same events. They might have a slightly different theme, but they're your same events. If you have an annual event, put that in here as well. Typically on your annual event, you don't have a quarterly and your annual event. This will replace, like, let's say my annual event is right here in July, then that's my annual event. These are my other quarterly events, okay? All right, next step is to plan in, and really this is the last thing that you can plan, is your any product launches or new services you're going to be coming out with that you can predict and know that you want to launch. So in this case, you know what? I'm coming out with a new slim down cleanse product that my wife's going to create and design, and so that's going to come out in, let's see, the best time to launch, you're going through the planning process in your head, July, August. So this one is your product launch, and I'll put cleanse here, okay? All right, so I know this is getting a little bit like, okay, obvious, Brent, thanks for showing me this, but I want to make sure I'm walking you through the exact process that you should be doing as well for your business. You should not be guessing throughout your year. So look at this. Have you done this already? Do you have the first 30 to 45 days mapped out for every prospect? This is your initial marketing funnel, okay? Do you have that? Instead of saying, okay, cool, do you do it, okay? The next thing is do you have your promos planned out? And what are those themes of the promos? Do you have those campaigns already built and automated so that every client that comes through this automatically gets added in Infusionsoft, which if you've watched any of these videos by now, you know Infusionsoft's our tool of choice for automated marketing. Well, Infusionsoft, guess what? You can put everyone through this automatically. They go through campaign to campaign to campaign. And then when they're done and they still have said no to, or they meet certain criteria that says, okay, cool, let's put them in the promo. Wait till February and automatically run this flash sale, okay? And then wait till May, etc. They can run these flash sales. Then also for everybody on our list, we need to make sure and let everyone know who has not come to a live event, or if they just want to come again, we're inviting this certain segmented list to our live events. And then we have a product launch that we'll put everyone through as the product launch that is a segmented list to go through here, okay? So the point is now you have a full marketing calendar and you can plan ahead, because anticipation is the game here. If you plan a live event last minute, what are the chances are of getting people there? Not high, right? So you want to make sure this whole year is planned out so you can plan for April's live event. You need to be marketing in February and March and then April and so on. You need to be marketing for each event. Same thing with these promos. You need to be ready for these promos, because if you don't plan ahead and you need, like, randomly you want some cash flow because you haven't planned your year, all of a sudden you're trying to run a flash sale at the same time as your live event funnel, at the same time as a webinar funnel is going, and your list gets overwhelmed and they're not segmented to go through these automatically and strategically, you are doing yourself a harm rather than good. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully as you can get going with your marketing calendar, my hope would be that you would see how to be like Spider-Man and actually get your call to adventure in place first. That would be my first goal for you. And then after that, make sure you have these flash sale campaigns in place and your live event campaign and your marketing launch campaign, where you can launch a product in live format and be able to get a lot of sales just from a launch. And you, by the way, you might have multiple launches. That's my hope for you, okay? To have this. Questions for you. Do you see how this would help you in your business if you had this in place? The power and the impact. And again, and do you see how simple it is? Can you see yourself doing it? I know this would work for you. I know you can do it. You just got to plan it out. So if you want help, and my team's help to actually help you plan this marketing calendar and build all the campaigns to do it, of course, we're happy to do that. Like always, there's some kind of link down below that you can click on and schedule a strategy session with us to get this planned out and to get your campaigns, and we can get you going to get this in place for you and your business. All right, hopefully this was helpful for you. Appreciate you watching another Whiteboard Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.